Today's topic will be sunlight and different ways we can handle it. I like this image. He's in sunlight, but he's looking down and not squinting, so it's really not an issue photographically. Now for this one, a cloud passed over, so he was in soft light, and I wanted to simulate the sunlight, so I used flash on him. One of the rare times that I did that back in the early 2000s. Here he's not looking at the sun again, so it's not too much of a problem on the expression, just a hint of squinting, but again, not too much of an issue. Once again, hard sunlight, but he's looking away from the sun, so it's really not an issue. For this one, I kept his back to the sunlight, so again, it's not an issue with the expression. Looking down takes care of any expression problems. So working in sunlight, we always have to keep in mind that the person can't be looking near the sun when it's bright. Now later in the day, when the sun is very low in the sky, then it's not so much of a problem. But we may or may not like this kind of image. I think it works, and it's just another option when you're doing a session. So this is kind of an interesting choice, and I think it works just fine. Again, we don't need to see his face because it's more of a feeling than a portrait. I kept the sun pretty much at a right angle to his face for this pose, so again, the sunlight wasn't a problem. Then, as you can see in the lower right, there's a little bit of my reflector showing. I left it there to show why that accent light is on his face. And a close-up with that same type of lighting. Now here I changed my position so the sun was the accent and my reflector was the main. Again, using the sun as kind of the rim light or accent. I think a rim light would be a more proper term. I didn't use a reflector fill, and that's okay again because we're going for more of a mood rather than technical perfection in the lighting. Another fun option to use in sunlight is infrared film. Infrared film loves sunlight, so that's a great tool to use when you have no other options or you just want another option. And finally, later in the day, the sun is lower, so it's not so hard for them to be facing the sun and they won't be squinting.